up, it's that time again. The sun's not here, but we're on again. Grab your coffee, grab your crystals and gather round. It's not lunch, it's not breakfast, it's the time we found. For brunch, well maybe we're busy. For brunch, maybe we're lazy. For brunch, well maybe it's conquest. For brunch, or be your request. But brunch is the time that we make for each of us, where we ask ignored dumb stuff, because brunch will always be the special time for eggnogs and for me.
All right. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to midweek brunch. I need to build out a logo for midweek brunch because the vibes on midweek, bribes. Oh my God, I need coffee. The vibes on midweek brunch are obviously just a little bit different than our weekend brunch on Sundays. We are here to do GAC. It's about 6 in the morning. My wife should be home, should be up in about 2 hours. So our goal is to be able to get through that brunch and to get through GAC in that amount of time to be able to do it before she wakes up. That just is a quick edit thing. I do have people working in my basement today. It sounds terrible. I don't know when they're showing up. I might get a very loud knock at the door and may have to step out to answer it, wrangle up the cats, get them upstairs, and get them to work. And we might even lose our GAC because of it if that just so happens to happen. And if it does, I apologize, but we're going to just hope that they get here after my wife wakes up anyway. Darth Jar Jar, yes. Oh my God. Reddit. I'm surprised there were no threads with my name on it, but there were a lot of replies of people waiting for my response to Darth Jar Jar on Discord. I was tagged so many times on Slice of Otagunga within my guild Discord. I have about a dozen DMs that I have not answered. I apologize to all of you that have messaged me. Just understand that if I'm having this conversation with you, I'm probably having this conversation with 10 other people. And then there was probably about another dozen or so DMs that I ended up getting. And I think those people realized I was probably getting a high volume of DMs and then ended up deleting their own DMs to me, which I also found kind of funny. Listen, guys, I love Jar Jar. I mean, I have my Relic 10 Jar Jar. I have my Relic 10 Gungan team. I'm not as excited for Darth Jar Jar as everybody else is. I'm just going to rip that off. I might do a video talking about some characters I actually do want to see in this Myths and Legends, era. But I also maybe won't, and I will end up just waiting till, Zeta Protocol. It's not, I don't even know how to explain it because I do love silly characters. I have been campaigning for Clone Force 99, for clone number 99. I love Batcher because a dog in the game just is ridiculous to me. I like characters with really, really silly kits. Like Marin's kit is super fun to me, and I'm excited. I was excited for that, and I am kind of excited for the kit that Darth Jar Jar will have. I do think the kit itself will bring a lot of silliness to the game that I want, but it's like this weird fine line to me where I hate to say, oh, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes was being taken seriously because it's a game. I don't really care that much. But for me, I kind of like the idea of everything in the game not being alternate universe stuff or, non-canon stuff or what if stuff, things that Marvel does, things that they were going to do with Lord of the Rings. So for me, not I'm kind of like, this is dumb. This is the game jumping the shark. To my knowledge, the only ridiculous other character that we have right now in game is Darkseid Ray, and I didn't think that that was very interesting when she first came out either. Um, Characters that I probably do want to see if we're doing this myths and legends era is Janors. Kyle Katarn is one of my favorite Star Wars characters. So Janors would be to me a nice New Republic edition, especially if we're getting a GL Mandalorian and there's going to be a GL Mandalorian team and then maybe a subsection team because of Cassian Undercover kind of pulling a lot of those characters, the secondary, rebellion characters away. So I'm hoping for Janors. Um, I think that this is a possibility that we'll see a light side Mara Jade. I thought that that would never happen. I literally thought that Disney would never allow that kind of thing. But now I'm thinking, hey, we might get a light side Mara Jade, and she might be a 3v3 answer for Jedi Knight Luke, right? Because in 5v5, JML and Jedi Knight Luke are still going to be married to the hip. But in 3v3, the Jedi Knight Luke team is not as strong. So kind of like a Stormtrooper Luke, but now a Mara Jade for Jedi Knight Luke, Hermit Yoda, and Mara Jade. Um, there were some other characters that I was thinking of that just feel too big, right? So like a neutral Revan, a Moral Emperor, I feel like feels too big to be a marquee. So I don't think that that's going to work out. I was thinking of like a Prince Zizor and the Black Sun from Shadows of the Empire, but I feel like Prince Zizor would be a journey guide character, would be the big character with a bunch of Black Sun. So I don't think that that's going to work out. I do think it's going to be a fun era. I do think it's going to be kind of ridiculous. I do think you're probably going to get at least two characters from Star Wars Visions. I didn't watch Star Wars Visions. The only character I know from Star Wars Visions is the Ronin, who just sounds badass enough that he's probably a journey guide character as well. So maybe not. But I do think we're probably going to get two characters as a bare minimum from that, as like it's not canon, but it is Disney kind of thing. Um, I'm still campaigning for Clone 99. Again, I do like silliness, but I like that Clone 99 was a canon character, that Clone 99 did do like a real major thing in assisting the Bad Batch and helping people escape and survive, not surviving and sacrificing himself. So that's a character that I would hope for, but because he is canon, I'm kind of doubting that happening. A light side Star Killer, I don't see a space for a light side. I don't see a space for a light side Star Killer. Um, right now, I don't really feel like I know where he would fit into the game, so probably not. Has Darth Jar Jar been confirmed as the legendary? Technically not. Harry, you are correct. Darth Jar Jar technically has not been confirmed as a journey guide character. I always like to think of it as once a character hits a status that they very rarely go backwards on that status, and it's happened. We've Stormtrooper Luke, Padawan Obi-Wan. It definitely can happen. But I do think that a lot of people are believing that Darth Jar Jar is a big enough character that he probably will be the journey guide. And again, I could be wrong there. But I was talking to a few of the other creators yesterday, and it's kind of generally agreed that that is the consensus on what's happening here. Um, Now, the last question on this before we move into GAC, or at least the last, yeah, we can keep talking about it as we get into GAC, but will I relic 10 Darth Jar Jar? Of course. He is still Jar Jar Binks. I'm still going to relic 10 him. He will be added to my Gungan list, so that means that when Relic 11 comes out, all of my Gungans will still go to Relic 11 immediately upon having the materials. He'll always be at the top of that list, whether or not he's a favorite of mine. And I am still hoping, like, hey, I really, really, really want for this character to be fun in game, even if it's not a character that I particularly wanted to see in the game. I will admit to Googling and trying to buy a Jar Jar mask last night because the mask that we used during the unlock event was my niece's, and I stole it from her. And unfortunately, it looks like it's much harder to get a Jar Jar mask these days. But with that said, guys, let's pop in. Let's see what this is looking like. My opponent actually already did attack, and he messaged me yesterday saying, you know, he bets I was excited for a new character. I'm not sure if he messaged me because he recognized the name Egnards and was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Or if he just saw that my name is Gungalorian and I'm in a guild called Sleeping Gungalorians. I have no idea. Whether or not he'll have the Gungan tag is irrelevant to him being a Gungan. But because Gungan is not a faction tag, because Gungan is a race tag, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have the Gungan tag. How will they prevent Jar Jar from working in a Gungan team? If that's what they want to do, I think that that's pretty simple. I think that they'll just do something like, oh, you know, if Darth Jar Jar's on the field, a shield generator can't be generated. You know, they'll do something with him that counteracts everything else that the Gungans do. I don't expect him to work with the Gungans, but I do expect they'll still give him the Gungan tag because it's about, you know, his species, not about being a specific faction. I also haven't seen, Mike, I haven't seen the Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. I know, I don't have a lot of time to watch that stuff. I know that that's where Darth Jar Jar technically comes from in terms of canon, or not canon, but in terms of like actual visual, not just and not just something that people talk about. All right, so our GAC here, we got bumped to Kyber 2. My opponent, he didn't do a terrible job. He did full clear, which is always difficult in this current meta of the game, but he dropped on ISB. He dropped twice on Stormtrooper Luke, which is interesting because I don't have a Datacron on that team. Kind of regretting not putting a Datacron on that team now. He did drop on Lord Vader. You know, there it is. Did drop on Lord Vader, which had the 10% max health cron. And my Gungans did not make Sweet Sweet Love. I did change their Datacron to the 400% defense one because I was talking to Calvin Awesome, and he was showing me all of the holds that he was getting. So I figured, you know what, I do have this cron. It doesn't have great stats on it, but it did have the 400% defense. So I did end up throwing it on there. His defense kind of looks similar to what we saw last time. I do not like this Saw Luthen Clea thing going on. I am not a fan of that. We have the Gungans, which are only Relic 5. With the Jar Jar cron, not with the 400% cron, so we shouldn't have too much problem with it. The things that I am most concerned with down here, this Lord Vader, I'm probably still going to use Satele against this. but it is a 10% max health damage cron, so I don't actually know if that's going to work. We're just going to go for it. We're just going to try it and see what happens. Balin is always interesting to fight on defense. The Django Cron I am slightly concerned about, but we do have a lot of information on that. So hopefully that's not going to be too terribly hard. We're going to start with Ahsoka here, because this one is just something we do every time, right? Here, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Critical damage. We can use the Satil Cron. Yes, we can. Morning, Thrawn. We can use Satil-Cron because we're going to use Bastilacron on the Satil team. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Forgot to check. I want to see, what do we have? Relic 10. Okay. So I'm going to go for Sabine first. There we go. Yeah, but... oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, Satil's been working for me. I just, obviously, the first week is always weird. Because in the first week, we don't have the information. We're just kind of, like, guessing. Okay, can we not go 4,000? Like, come on. How many turns in a row do you get? It's freaking annoying. We're gonna hit auto, and we're gonna just kind of hope that we get Ezra down with an ult. It's one of those dumb things. Get a Relic 10 Drogon, and literally to prevent crap like that. Dropped on Leia with Jabba. Yeah, I probably shouldn't auto. I probably should try to get R2 doing more stuns. So stupid. No, I know you were shouting at R2. Bodhi, nobody uses the official forums. Come on, man. What is this? I knock him down to like no health and just protection, and it actually heals him. Screw this crap. If I lose this entire match based on this first battle, I'm gonna be so mad. Why? Like, I'm not... Come on. Like, it's such a cock tease. It's going, oh, by the way, Ezra has no health left. Just kidding. Third ult. Oh, another heal. Another one of those annoying days. Ooh. Come on. Oh my god. Thought I had him there. I was like, okay, maybe. Even if I cannot kill Ahsoka, even if I can just get Ezra down. Okay. This is much easier to contend with on a cleanup. My god. So annoying. Like, so annoying. Wouldn't that be funny if I was just like, all right, well, we lost one battle. See you guys. Let's see. God, that would be awesome. That would be all kinds of silly. I do need to get Bastilla up. She needs to be at least relic 8. We have to wait though. We'll come back to Ahsoka. Really, I was like, okay, this is going to be an easy start. I haven't had any problems with that team since bringing them up. We still have... Well, I'm going to do the big bomb. We're into yellow. He's going to ult soon. Exact same thing that happened last time. Okay, there we go. We're good now. I had 1 drop per round this week. All 3 were to Relic 10 Glat Ezra's. You know, that's why I took Leia and Drogon and R2 all to Relic 10, was to get rid of that RNG. That was ridiculous right there in the beginning. Drogon just being deleted. And I don't take out Ezra first because I've been finding that that has not been working lately. It is what it is. Okay. Does anyone remember what I used on Jabba last round? I think I used Star Killer. I think it was Star Killer Jabba. What are we gonna use for Django? Find counters for Django. There's literally no... I have heard that Ugnaught DC can possibly work against Lord Vader, but I had not seen it working. I don't know what to use against this. There's no information on this Django Cron with in 3s, right? Because was this not a thing in 3s? Does anyone have any ideas? What else can we do while we wait? If we do Star Killer on Jabba, I want to keep it to Star Killer. Treya kills Django. Ooh, well, hold on. Cobb works. Cobb might be a good shout because Cobb working here. If Cobb works here, I'm not using Cobb against. Um, I don't want to use Cobb against Django, or I don't want to use Cobb against what's his name? Jabba. Constables. What is the threes team for Cobb? Do I have his Datacron? I do. Cobb with Cup and Lobot. Cup and Lobot. Yeah, I'd rather use if Cobb works here, I'd rather use Cobb here because I don't have another reason to use Cobb. I don't like that you're saying it's messy though. I don't want a messy battle. What about Django? Does Django always hit? No, I don't want to use Queenie against Jabba. Ray and Queenie go hand in hand. The goal is to clean up this front wall as cleanly as possible so that we have all of the information for the back wall. That is always what we do. I don't like sketchy. I don't want sketchy. What about, do any of these guys critically hit? What about Ugnaught here? Right? Like, I feel like they don't have anything that stops them, or they don't have anything where they should be able to hit me. Counter all other allies. Next time choose your basic allies with disciple. Evaded. Whenever an ally with disciple, whenever Ventress uses an ability on her turn, allies with disciple. Because of burning. But does that auto hit? Oh, it can't be evaded. Okay. Can't be evaded. That was the important thing. I was thinking about the evasion. How? I knew that everybody was going to come in here asking me about Jar Jar. I don't. I've never been a Darth Jar Jar fan, guys. I'm sorry. He's never been a character that I care about. Cobb or Balin? Well, I can use Great Mothers here. And I'm told Treya works. Right? Because then I can isolate and Treya kills Django. I have here. It's all about the that's why you missed the 95% shots. RIP to Scribe in my XCOM 2 game. Okay. I'm going to do. We're going to go this route. No, we are going to go the Treya route. Thrawn, I'm putting a lot of trust in you, man. Damage immunity. Okay. Why do I need a high defense, Kron? It's not about my defense. I have to outrush a. I'm going to get a ton of. Who have you enlisted to replace Scribe? I sent you the list of characters that I have. It has 70% defense. Speed up. I don't know. We're gonna just roll with it. Okay, how many turns are you getting? Can we calm down? Here we go. Ye of little faith. I don't know, Thrawn. A lot of people have let me down when it comes to this stuff. All right, so we are going to pop these guys here because I do not trust my Cobb team. And I have not seen enough information. Damage immunity. They deal damage equal to 2% max health. Fine. 888. Okay. Just gotta get to that Bosch. Yeah, I don't trust Cobb yet. Well, my counterpoint to that would be that if Jabba eating my Cobb is even a possibility, then it's not easy. Okay, we can start assisting. Nice. Morning, Solo. I saw you message me last night. Please excuse me. What people don't realize, and I've said this before, I've said this on Discord. I've installed a new app on my phone. I need to exchange screen time in order to look at Discord. I have not answered anybody about Darth Jar Jar at all on Discord. Let's see what we're doing for Balin. Mandalorians is 90%. JML is 90%. We could do Seer Malicos, but we want to hold Seer Malicos just in case there is a Hondo in the back wall. We could do Bane. Bane is an 80%. We could do JML. JML is a possibility, but JML is also a super big possibility for up here. Xander says C Bane. Jabba is on my defense. Just haven't removed him. We could do Great Mothers, but Great Mothers I think is a better option. Great Mothers is a better option for God, for Gungans. Allies. Oh my God. Offense to defense. Or defense to offense is going to be rough. Crap. Ugnaught destroys the Mace team? Okay. Alright. Maybe we'll do JML here then. I'm concerned about offense to defense. And we don't stun. Stun equals bad. Like, no, I need bulk for... Crit damage. Crit damage is not going to help us here. Health. Health will help us a little bit. Don't want to use this. I want to use this for Quad May. This start battle. Tiger Crown is insane with Gungans. I know. I know. I've seen it. The allies gain offense stacking. That's not going to help us that much. 8% protection. I'd like more protection. Whenever light set allies use a special, they gain turn meter. I'm going to go with this. For the best. We have... Oh, good. I'm glad that did nothing. Oh, wonderful. Okay, we do not. Done with your stupid little DI trick. Oh. Balin's gonna die this quickly. Can we take out Balin? No, probably not. I know that the Annihilate isn't gonna work there, but it doesn't even do damage, so that's freaking wonderful. Okay. Is it Shin first? I thought it was Marak first, no? Interesting. See, I learned something new today. I've always been scared of Marak. Alright. We have... Let's go Great Mothers here. Want to bring these guys to R8 too. I don't need a Jar Jar Kron. So this should be fine, because my Gungans are on defense. It's Tarpals. Let's get rid of Tarpals first. Can I get a turn? This is with Jar Jar Kron. This isn't even with Tarpals Kron. So I'm going to be really annoyed if Tarpals takes out my entire team when they're Relic 5. Go, that's one. go. This is Tarple's damage without the attacker Kron, too. This is Tarple's damage with a Jar Jar Kron. Well, my Jar Jar does eat JMLs pretty often, but that's being Relic 10. This is a Relic 5 team. Okay. We're going to resync War Tools to refresh what I have. And we have to figure out how we're going to break down this Ahsoka. Pop that there. We're doing okay. We have one drop. Depending on what's in that back wall, we should be all right.
Ready to play Galaxy of Heroes?
Seabane. Xander, I love you, man. I really do. I do. I also hate you. Let's see. What do we got here? Just against Ahsoka. Ahsoka only. Mandalorians, 95% chance. They're a team I'm probably not going to use. Afra BT1 IG90 is 76% chance of winning. Though I don't really have, well, yeah, BKM might be my best option. Doesn't really look to be terribly dependent on anything. Should we assume I'll release a video on Darth Jar Jar's reaction? I've gone back and forth on it solo. I was thinking maybe I would do something this morning, but man, I'm not excited for it. We're not going to go crazy on this Datacron, which is going to shoot me in the foot. No, we want to keep that. Yeah, let's do this. Darth Jar Jar is not my jam. And at the same time, like, I don't want to, like, yuck everybody else's excitement for him. I don't have to be excited for every, you know, character that other people want to enjoy. Just, he's staring dead at the camera. There's our first armor shred. Starting to build up our stacks. You're signing me up for toe wrestling. Listen, I'll be at Celebrations next year if anybody's coming to Celebrations. What is this silliness? Why are we taking 80 turns? That is, oh my god, Ahsoka takes forever to fight. No matter who you are using, Ahsoka just takes forever. It's like a 5-minute battle. after this morning, I guess just time zone wise, because right, it was a last night post. And we're gonna get more. I'm sure we'll see every character in the next 2 days because they will not have learned that just release information slowly. All right, 2 battles there. Let's see. Who put Slicker on defense? Why is Slicker here? God. Oh. I mean, we saved our Slicker, and it might just be a Seabane. Oh my God. Seer Malicos. Seer. Maul. Malicos. Crit damage. Crit damage. Sure. Yeah, we still have plenty of tools. I'm not terribly concerned yet. And we still have Queen too, because apparently Ray is not on defense, which is something I don't think I've seen since Ben came to the game. England's way of sharing athlete's foot. Listen, I teach martial arts and I rent from a wrestling school. Athlete's foot is no stranger to like ringworm. There we go. Okay, 56. All right. More concerned about the Treya than I am concerned about the Slicker. His projected defense is interesting. Well, I still have JMK too. I have JMK, Slicker, C, and Quad May, and Balin left. All right, let's work through this. We're saying Ugnaughtkron works against Jedi Master Mace Windu. Ugnaught. Hondo. This is correct, right? And Ezra. I gotta bring him up. Relic 6. Dramatic entrance. Alright, I guess we're gonna try it. I don't remember who told me this. Okay. Whoever told me that this works, I hate you. Because it... Oh, I could have used it on the other guy. If you lose, it was you. well... I mean, my Ezra's not strong, but... Okay. Thanks. I appreciate my GAC is, my GAC was gonna go well. And then, so thank you. I don't even know if it was Emperor. Super appreciate this. I don't know. Maybe with all of these stacks, I'll kill something. Probably not going to be able to kill him because of those 50 stacks, and I think I have his Omicron. Oh, it was you, Dango. Yeah, it's not working for me. Oh, good. Super glad. Well, that was wonderful. Nice. Thanks, guys. Let's figure out Saw first. Saw is probably gonna just be Star Killer, right? Just knock Saw out with Star Killer. I still do have C. Bad Batch, is that against? No, there's no Kron on this team normally. CLS. See, the problem is that everything that works against this sortie team is that 50% more gain health and defense. There's a lot of extra damage. I do have Riva. Counters. I still do have Malgus, which I could have used before. Let's do Malgus. Malik. I know that the 2-man kind of works, but I just need to be safe. Stilla has similar win rates as Marauder. Is there a particular DI would help? Yeah, I could have used Marauder too. There seems to be similar win rates between the two. Okay. Not gonna jump. Jump doesn't make sense yet. Yeah, Foresight. And she gets a turn. god. There we go. Okay. How does Talon affect the fight? I have no idea. Honestly, I just gave Talon the Omicron very recently because I had an abundance. Okay. All right. We are still okay. As of right now, we are still okay. Bouncing around. Interesting that quad may works there. But still did do a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of nothing. All right. Let's see. Let's pop back down here for a bit. What are we using against? Oh, I have to resync again because we don't have the back wall in War Tools right now. Oh my god, I don't want to go 1 for 2 in my first week. Come on. Yeah, I just want to I want to what I like to do is play I like to play the game in a way where I take out like the smallest things first. How many R10s do I think the next GL will have? I'm thinking 2. I believe it's going to be 2 specifically because they changed eras to triple the amount of era currency you have. So I'm really, really strongly feeling 2 Relic 10s. There's no Cobb data on defense, obviously. Loading up our Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, which will probably be Bane. Sith Assassin. Do I need DI? Hopefully I don't need DI. No, I don't need DI. Let's go with this one for the bonus turn. That's a great. Your opponent's like, don't use datacrons, and you're like, don't rely on DI. Oh, that's funny. Solo man, I'll talk to you later. I'll be at my PC. There we go. That's beautiful. Don't rely on DI. Oh my god. I love when people are just like, "Hey, I see I have this problem with my account. How about we do this fun thing where I get the benefit now?" All right. We might have to just see this. Based on this, I might just have to use C here on Third Sister. I could use Slicker, but I mean, Slicker is my best option against the Saw team. Oh, no, JMK. JMK is a good option there. Maybe we'll do JMK up here. JMK up here. Maybe Slicker here. But I still need to figure out Cobb. Tarkin. Will Rogue One work against Tarkin? Rogue One has a 78% chance, but I also have Quad May. Gas seems to work there. Gas seems to work here, which is good, and it does not seem reliant on anything. So maybe we do gas here. Do I want crazy talk? Not from Sin. Sin crazy talk is scary. No. Maybe for your relic 10s, sure. Not for me. Well, Quad May is something that I use against Ray, but Ray is not on defense. Like, I specifically earmark her for that. Really need Ryu to stay alive. Of you. Now we shouldn't have too much problem because I can keep hitting Tarkin. Tarkin's gone. Wampa eats that with the Wampa Datacron. Or Omicron. Yeah, Datacron. No, there's no fine enough chance. My mods for that team are not good. Right? And I don't have a terrible time contending up here, because JMK can go up here. It was M3. If I didn't already have 2 drops, I would have maybe considered that, but I already have 2 drops. We can't play the F around and find out game today. It's not a game that's on the table. There's no Cassian. Let's really just sit here for a little while. Go for the Rebel Trooper, because I'm going to end up having to kill the Rebel Trooper. We do not. do need to get through him, though. All right, let's do this. Lead is dead. And we start ramping. No more bombs. Sacrifice ourselves a Luthen. Back to Saw. God, all of this, like, dodging. I hate this dodging. Dodge meta is back. Okay. Nice little revive. There we go. Okay. We got this. We have a mission team, and I can technically drop here if I need to. We have Sortie. I'm slightly nervous about, but not terribly nervous. We have C. We have Slicker. We still have Balin. What is this Datacron? 10% max health damage. Hear me out. C should still work up here, right? Sin, you have led me astray so many times, and I've watched you do GAC before, and your whole thing with GAC is let me be funny and I'm going to lose. What about Quad May against Cobb and Slicker here? Could Quad May work here? Because Cobb is only R6. Though they're constables, so they are marked to start. Start of constable allies turn. All gain momentum. Constable allies. Where's that thing about support? Support allies reset cooldowns whenever these are special ability. It can't be defeated while Cobb is active. But I feel like if I use... If I were to use... if I were to use Quad May here, the AoE should take care of Cobb. And these are not that great of mods. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm doing Quad May here. C squared, what's up, man? I did, and then everybody tagged me, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're so excited!" I was like, "I didn't know I was so excited, but okay, thanks for telling me." There we go. See? Dead. Just dead. Lots of dodge. No. No. I don't care, Sin. I'm not doing it. I don't. Like, you want to show me a video of you doing it? Cool. I'm not doing it. Well, does it matter without RD in play? Because, oh, I see what you're saying. Like, if RD was higher. I honestly think so. I think your only problem is going to be right in the beginning while everybody's marked. But once you can get back to Cobb, Cobb is not great on defense. Okay. And then, do I even need a second for C here? Do I need a second? Show undermans. I don't think so. I think that just C solo should work here. Doesn't even really look like I need a Datacron. We're going to give you a Datacron. Let's do Trench. With C on my team, this is just a stupid team of characters that don't make sense together. Yes, because every day I get spam messaged with Sin has not gotten tickets. And getting spam messaged with that does get annoying. Okay. So all we have is this left. We have no data on this Datacron. But if we were to remove... let's take somebody out of here. Let's take you out. What about... oh my god, Ani. No. No, I don't. We should get you in the guild, Sin, because we already have another Sin. We would have 3 Sins in the guild. Because my thought is Balin. Right? Like, my thought is just throw Balin at this. So the weakest other ally, health, protection, offense up. Sortie gains defense up, protection if all allies are droids. Blah, blah, VIP. Start of the battle, VAP is damaged. They gain stealth. Whenever sortie is damaged, allies with VAP recover health and protection to a 5% of sortie's max health. Sortie then gains. I'm just going to do Balin. Whenever I grant a buff, crit damage, offense, crit health. Okay. Let's see. Should work. I think. I don't know. We're about to find out. Nope. Okay. That does not work. That sucks. That was... Alright. Shows what I know. Well. Wonderful. Oh my god. You know what? We are even on losses now. Inquisitors? I don't... It was honestly beautiful. I'm not even... I'm a little mad. I'm only slightly mad. I don't know. Why would I use Slicker here? Why would I be like, oh, I'm going to use Slicker here? Nobody's thinking, let me use Slicker here. Give me back my AoEs. That gambling stream, I don't really watch any streaming at all, so I honestly have no idea who you're talking about. Seems like the computer's just gonna do. Sin, I'm not using a stupid two-man team where I don't have the mods for them. You have Relic 9, Relic 10 first order characters. It is very different than my team. It is not a risk that was worth taking. Got the first one down. I don't care. I don't have the modding for that team. Good. Now we find, oh, thank God. Okay. really just want to get GG down. Shut up. I almost lost $1 there. It's a sortie with a sortie-cron in a 3v3 with no information on it. Not using some Gen Z stupid counter that nobody's ever used before except for you, because you have this crazy modding on your Relic 10 fetish team. Okay. Don't even care. Now it doesn't matter. Now the banners are the same regardless. Let's see. Lead. Attacking units. Lead against Kylo. Oh, there's no data. Nobody's used it. What a surprise. Doesn't matter. I'm just throwing whatever. Because banner-wise, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm not... No. What do we have? 1553. Okay. 1553 plus 219. 1766. 2004 minus 766. 238. Oh my God, I don't even think I can win. I think I'm down by like 2 banners. That's so annoying. 2004 minus 1553 minus 219. 232 divided by... oh, wait, no. Okay. So, banner-wise, I need a stupid amount of banners to win this. I basically need... God. I need at least one battle to be at least 78 banners. which is silly. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so mad. I'm mad at the Ugnaught thing. Like I should have known better than to listen to the Ugnaught thing. Okay. Okay. Well, have I heard about product? Filters. Let's see. Banners. Okay. Most banners that I am getting against home one is 77. The most banners that I am getting against Executrix is 78. Well, that's what we did last time. We tried to do the two man, but not against home one, against Executrix. And there is a win on record, but there is no win on record for a two man against home one. Right? If I were to go up against this and say members. Let's see. Outrider, MILF. There is one battle two man. There's one battle against two man home one, which is not even like it's a loss. The most banners on record for an Executrix, right? Because 2004. I just want to make sure I have this math right. Hey, RHF. What's up, man? We're trying. We're going to try and do stupid things because somebody gave me some bad advice. And now we're way worse off than we should be. But your sortie team really, man, it destroyed Balin, which pissed me off. Let's see. 219. 232 divided by 3. I need 232. 77 plus 77 plus 78. I basically need two 77s and a 78. And that's just to tie. So I need to.
Ready to play, Galaxy?
If I tie, I win. But I don't know if that's going to happen. All right, find counters. Find counters, filters, show banners. Interesting. You will be interested to know, Sin, that there is a two man on record against Negotiator, and it is First Order. Okay. It wrecked it. I honestly, I thought I was going to do much better, so I stopped. I stopped really caring about banners, and I did not banner pinch as much as I really should have. And that is going to bite me. That is going to bite me in the ass. No, I don't have a scythe. Scythe, I believe, is on defense. Yeah, scythe is on defense. Okay, well, the unfortunate reality is the literal only way for me to win is to try the two-man here again. And it's not going to work. And I know it's not going to work. And it's okay, but it's the literal only way. So we're going to do it. Where's Outrider? Where's Outrider? Is he all the way down here? Is it my it is my Project Hail Mary. Oh my god. Oh, imagine going 1 for 2. Oh boy. That's a later problem. I would use Leviathan and hope and pray I get a 77, which is rare. Yeah, but I can't play with I can't play with reinforcements. I cannot win that way. I have to have no reinforcements. It's either I do a two-man here or I do a two-man against the negotiator. Those are the only two options. And my Sith, my first order. So we're going to do it. It's not going to work. And it's okay. All right, Jeff, you kicked my butt. We're going to go. We tried this before, and going for these ships did not work. So we are going to try going for the bomber first, which I don't think is going to work either, but it's the only option. Okay, Sin, that's great, but I'm just talking about what the data shows. The data shows one battle with a two-man. One battle with a two-man as a win. This is literally our only option for a win. I don't think it's going to work. It doesn't make sense for it to work, right? But here we are. So there we go. It is a loss. I don't need to do those battles. Those two battles don't make sense to me. I don't care to do those two battles. Huntman, you kicked my butt, man. You did awesome. I was hoping that my Gungans would do a little bit more against you. I was hoping adding in this thing here would do what I needed it to do. It did not do what I needed it to do. It is what it is. I'm not that butthurt about it. I am annoyed by the Ugnaught. I shouldn't have done it. Who was it again? Who did it? I can't remember. Dango King. I'm not mad at you. I honestly should have just done Malgus first. That's on me. I tried something new. It didn't work out. next week will hopefully be a 3-0 week. See what I can. Who are you, user? The 2-man, and you're gonna go, see, I told you it didn't work. And I know it's not gonna work. I'm just telling you that there's one on record with Finalizer. I know, my Gungans sometimes beat Great Mothers. This is the 2-man that worked. And if it works, I'm actually gonna be mad. So we probably want to, what does this do? Hunted, 20, it becomes hunted, defeated, first order defendant. Okay, we're gonna do it on you. Ugnaught failed against Jedi Master Mace Windu. And this is where Sin is gonna flip out and tell me that I'm playing this match wrong. No, doesn't work. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what the insights data says. Okay. Well, that is well, actually, you know what we're gonna do first. Let's bring Ezra. That is GAC for today. Hopefully next week we do a little bit better. Hopefully next week we go 3-0. But with that said, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch and you have not subscribed yet, don't be a dumb. Help me out. Subscribe, say hi, do whatever. Join us on Discord, and I will see you guys on Sunday for real brunch.